I just got this revelation. um, okay, so the very sword, right? You guys remember the story of David and Goliath. So there was this big giant guy. You all know the story of David and Goliath, the big giant versus David. Goliath is standing out there calling, yelling, I'm going to kill all the Israelites. Send somebody to fight me, you cowards. And nobody goes. And so then finally, like, this little shepherd boy, David, goes out with faith and believing in the power and the prowess of his God and the victory that there is in the Lord. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine to defy the armies of our God? Okay, so David goes out to fight him, kills him with a slingshot, and then takes Goliath's sword, right? And chops his head off of the dead body. And so then David, that little shepherd boy, grows up. The Lord took him from a shepherd in the field, and he says, I made you a prince of my people. And so God took David. David grows up to become a king, the king of all Israel, the anointed king from which Jesus proceeds. And it's so interesting, this revelation that I just got, that the very sword this is really good. The very sword that the enemy would have used to destroy the chosen one of Israel, the anointed one of God, right? God's anointed to destroy the chosen people. The very sword, the weapon that the enemy would use, God took, killed the enemy with it, and then David used that sword to slay hordes of enemies, Philistines and all these other nonsense. So the very enemy, that's really good. So the weapon that you think that the enemy has so much power over, why can't God use that to cut off the enemy's head? And then we use that as God's anointed, as God's chosen people, and destroy the forces of darkness with it. Huh? What's up with the media? Wow. Oh, it's all going to hell. No, you better take that sword and cut off that head. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's up with hip hop? What's up with rock and roll music? What's up with, I don't know, the internet in general, education, science. You see what I'm saying? Like, so take the sword. I'm just encouraging you right now. I don't know what that is in your life. For me, it's words and music and poetry and all these different things. And I'm sure people can comment on what is the generational prophetic thing that it's supposed to symbolize. But what I'm telling you is to take the sword that the enemy would use to kill you and kill God's people and to bring darkness and destruction. I want you to step out in faith. God wants you to step out in faith and to kill Goliath, kill the enemy with what God put in your pocket, with the talents and gifts and abilities that he gave you. And so I want you to go out and do that. Take the sword, cut his head off, right? And use it to destroy the hordes of darkness. Take that very weapon which the enemy would use to destroy God's purposes and flip it and use it for God's purposes to destroy the enemy. You can do this. God does this. He loves doing this thing. Like Joseph told his brothers, what you meant for evil, God used for good, so that I can save you now. That's a revelation from under the stairs right there, boy. Spend time in the presence of God. I love you all so much. Be blessed.